Triple H and Stephanie McMahon recently shared a heartbreaking moment as they discussed the game's health scare from a few years ago. Meanwhile, the WWE CCO revealed a gift his wife gave him. Over the past few weeks, the billion-dollar princess has interviewed several major WWE stars on her Stephanie's Places podcast, including CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and The Bloodline. On this week's episode, the former WWE chairwoman has her husband, Triple H, as a guest. In a short clip from the episode, which is set to drop on Wednesday, McMahon and the game discussed the latter's near-death experience in 2021. The current chief content officer suffered a serious heart issue and underwent successful heart surgery in September of that same year. Triple H's medical condition forced him to retire from in-ring competition. As he and his wife addressed the subject, the 55-year-old stated that the near-death experience made him see life from a different perspective. Meanwhile, the couple teared up as the game revealed the memento mori coin Stephanie gave him, which reminded him that life could end at any moment. Although Triple H retired due to his heart condition nearly 3 years ago, many have speculated whether he would ever return to the squared circle. In an interview with Pat McAfee on The Pat McAfee Show last, the WWE chief content officer disclosed that he will never wrestle again, pointing out that he is at peace with that. Former WWE superstar Jonathan Coachman recently claimed Vince McMahon has cut ties with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. In the world of professional wrestling, where larger-than-life personalities dominate the ring and the drama unfolds before millions of fans, there are few moments that touch the heart quite like those that reveal the true emotions of the people behind the characters. Triple H, Paul Levesque, and Stephanie McMahon, two of WWE's most iconic figures, have never been shy about showing their passion for the business they helped build. However, in a recent heartfelt moment on camera, both of them came dangerously close to shedding a tear, revealing a side of themselves rarely seen by fans. This emotional revelation, captured in front of the camera, left fans buzzing and wondering what was so deeply personal that it almost reduced these two powerhouses to tears. The setting, a rare behind-the-scenes moment. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have always been front and center in the world of WWE. Triple H, known as The Game, has been the face of some of the most iconic rivalries in wrestling history. From his time as a member of D-Generation X to his legendary matches with stars like The Rock, The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels, Triple H has earned his spot as one of the biggest names in WWE. Stephanie McMahon, his wife, has been instrumental in WWE's growth as a company, serving as an executive and leading the charge in numerous business deals, philanthropic efforts, and behind-the-scenes operations. But when the cameras weren't rolling, fans were used to seeing the powerful, calculating personas of both Triple H and Stephanie. However, in a rare behind-the-scenes moment, both of them let their guard down, allowing their true emotions to show. It was a moment that few fans expected, and even fewer will ever forget. The moment in question took place during an episode of a special WWE documentary series, where Triple H and Stephanie were reflecting on the past, their journey together, and the future of WWE. The show was meant to highlight their careers, their business decisions, and their dedication to WWE. What started as a professional reflection soon became something much deeper, as both Triple H and Stephanie were confronted with the challenges they faced as individuals, as a couple, and as leaders of one of the most successful wrestling companies in history. Triple H's surprising reveal. As the documentary progressed, the focus shifted to Triple H's career and the profound impact it had on his life. Known for his toughness, his larger-than-life persona, and his work ethic, Triple H opened up in a way that surprised many viewers. In an emotional moment, he spoke about the toll his career had taken on his body, the struggles of balancing his professional life with his personal life, and how his passion for wrestling almost led him to miss out on some of life's most important moments. "There's no denying it," Triple H said, his voice slightly trembling. "I gave everything to this business. I sacrificed my body, my time, my energy. There were times when I was too focused on being the game that I missed out on things, on moments that really mattered. And that haunts me sometimes," Triple H's admission of regret struck a chord with viewers. For years, fans had seen him as the epitome of success in the wrestling business, a man who had it all. But in this moment, he revealed the emotional toll that constant dedication to his craft had taken on him. He continued, "I've had a lot of success in this business, but sometimes you wonder if the price was worth it. When you see your kids growing up and realize you missed some of those first steps, or your wife carrying the weight of everything while you're away on the road, it makes you stop and think." For many fans, this was the first time they had heard Triple H speak so candidly about his vulnerabilities. Despite his tough persona, it was clear that the years of sacrifice had left a mark on him, and that it was a source of real regret. Stephanie McMahon's heartfelt response. As Triple H spoke about his struggles, the camera cut to Stephanie McMahon, who had been silently listening to her husband's emotional reveal. Stephanie, known for her commanding presence and sharp business acumen, rarely shows such vulnerability. But in this moment, it was clear that the weight of what Triple H was saying deeply affected her as well. With a tear glistening in her eye, Stephanie spoke up. "We've been through a lot together, more than most people know. But what people don't see is the behind-the-scenes sacrifice. There were times when I was carrying so much on my own because he was always out there in the ring, doing what he loved, and I respected that. But it wasn't always easy." Stephanie paused for a moment, collecting her thoughts, before continuing. "We both know that our family, our kids, were growing up while we were trying to build WWE into what it is today. There's a part of me that feels guilty for not being able to be there as much as I wanted to be. But you have to make hard choices when you're building something this big. You have to sacrifice something to gain something else." Her words were raw, honest, and resonated deeply with viewers. The idea of juggling family life, business responsibilities, and the demands of being a public figure is something many can relate to. But few have to do it under the intense spotlight of the WWE Universe. The emotional weight of Stephanie's words was palpable, and it was clear that both she and Triple H had sacrificed a lot for their careers. The moment that nearly broke them. The real emotional turning point came when Triple H and Stephanie began to talk about their children. Both parents were visibly moved as they spoke about their kids, and it was in this moment that the depth of their feelings truly shone through. Triple H shared a memory of a recent moment with his daughter, where he had been home for an extended period of time. "I was there for one of my daughter's soccer games," Triple H recalled, choking up. "It was one of those moments where I realized how much I missed because I was always on the road. It was hard because I didn't want to be that father who wasn't there for the little moments." Stephanie added, "We've worked so hard, but at the end of the day, it's about family. You can't get back time, and we've both learned that the hard way." As both Triple H and Stephanie looked at each other, it was clear that the emotions they were feeling weren't just about their careers. They were about the sacrifices they had made for each other, their family, and their shared dream of building WWE into the global powerhouse it is today. A new chapter for the McMahon-Levesque family. As the documentary continued, both Triple H and Stephanie made it clear that they were entering a new chapter in their lives. The WWE was in good hands with the next generation of leaders coming up, and both of them were committed to finding a better balance between their personal and professional lives. For fans, this moment offered a glimpse into the real lives of two of WWE's most important figures. It reminded them that, despite their larger-than-life personas, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are, at the end of the day, just people trying to balance their careers, their family, and their love for each other. The tears they almost shed on camera were a testament to the deep emotions that lay beneath the surface of their success. It was a rare, vulnerable moment that humanized them in a way that few ever expected. As they both reflected on the past and the future, one thing was clear. While their careers would always be a big part of their lives, their family and their personal happiness were now taking center stage. Fans can only hope that, in the years to come, we'll see more moments like this, where Triple H and Stephanie continue to share their journey, not just as WWE icons, but as parents, partners, and human beings.